Welcome, wonderful people. Welcome to Talkwave TV channel where we bring to you latest news updates. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're listening to us from. You're welcome. Please, if it's the first time listening to this wonderful channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Okay, people, and the thing we can be say, that the FG government, especially the chief of staff, they are still having issues with Simon Ekpa, and because they are trying to look for ways, and now Ohanes and Dibo, and they're telling the federal government to leverage diplomatic ties, and so that they can be able to bandit Finland, so that they can be able to get Simon Ekpa arrested. According to the way Oga Chief of Staff, Mr. Christopher, and they said that Simon Ekpa is frustrating their efforts in the security personnel in the southeast. He said that he's currently residing in Finland was undermining the efforts of security personnel in the southeast, and that is what Oga Christopher Mr. said, that Simon Ekpa is frustrating their efforts here in southeast, undermining their efforts here in southeast, and that's brought into talking that now he's saying that how can it be that Simon Ekpa is a person undermining your efforts in security handling in the southeast, when all this while security and everywhere has been insecure, and Ohanes and Dibon and every other people has been looking for ways. And the main reason that they said the main reason why this insecurity is all over the whole place is because of Mazin Abdikano is still under detention. And they're saying that, okay, now they're not calling Simon Ekpa and saying that he's the one frustrating their efforts in the southeast. Then Oga Emma Powerful, he looked into this case, and he looked into it like very well. He looked and said that this one, and they are saying that he sees it as a way to blackmail IPOB, so they won't be able to release Marvin and the county. They're looking for an evidence. They're looking for something to stamp their hand on. Yes, they're looking for something to stamp their hand on, so that once they will be able to present it to the court, and the court will see reasons not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, that one still get us talking, and now they're saying Simon Ekpa is sabotaging our efforts in the southeast, and they're emphasizing that the agitator was utilizing Finland as a protective shield, and now they say that he's using Finland as a protective shield. But when you guys adopted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, wasn't he using Kenya as a protective shield? But you guys got access and arrested him. Now he reached Finland. Oh, you guys now know that he's using Finland as a protective shield. That is what Emmanuel said. Oga Emma Powerful, he spoke on that one. Said now they are now saying that even he's seeing this particular matter as that Simon Ekpa and Chief Christopher Musa, and they are working together to make sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't come out from the detention. And now he's saying that particular plan will not work, and because the way they have already organized prayer to make sure the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released, and because they have organized prayer that will be held 2nd of December and the 3rd and 9th of December, and so that they'll be able to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that God will close all the eyes of all the enemies, all the people who is trying to sabotage and look for ways to undermine the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to undermine the efforts Ogalo Ejimako will try to make, and the things is going to say that they want to go and put everything into the hands of God, and so God will be able to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is all left in God's hands now, because we man has tried our possible best to make sure, but it didn't work. So now we are leaving it in the hands of God. And then after Imam Powerful said that, and then Emuche he highlighted the growing security concern in the southeast, and due to the imposed lockdown by the factional leader of the prescribed separatist group Indigenous People of Biafra. He conveyed concern. Yes, he conveyed concern about the security situation in the region and emphasized that it is a matter of the federal government of Nigeria to address, as Ohaneze and the southeastern states are subordinate to federal authority. And Murche underscored the importance of activating diplomatic channels between the federal government and the Finland, pointing out that Finland has an embassy in Abuja. Ohaneze appreciates the public declaration made by the Chief Defense of Staff on the issue of Simon Ekpa, expressing satisfaction with it. Okay, wonderful people, you guys have heard it. They want to leverage diplomatic ties and for Simon Ekpa arrest, and because now they're saying that Finland has an airport in Abuja, and which is that they want to use that particular means to make sure they get Simon Ekpa and arrest him. Yes, because they say that he's sabotaging their effort. He's frustrating their effort in Southeast. That is what the chief defense staff he said. Christopher Mercer is the one that said this one, and he's the one sabotaging. Simon Ekpa is sabotaging the effort. And meanwhile, in more powerful and saw it in another different perspective, he said that this is one of their plans and not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They're looking for an evidence, and so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won't release. And according to him, he said this one would not work because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released Charlia Sige Jara. That is what Sir Emma Powerful said. Okay, without taking much of your time, we still have another news on our doorstep, which news I would also like to share the news with you guys. It's all about the government abduct and kill traditional ruler in the southeast. These government people, they overdo these unknown government people. What they talk about almost all the time, and they're always talking about these unknown government people. They're overdoing, and now they're here to say that the government has killed the traditional ruler of the Otulu community in Ezinitembi local government area of Imo State, Nigerian southeast. The victim, Joel Ochelo, was earlier kidnapped from his palace by the unknown government on Saturday morning, according to a report by Punch newspaper. An unnamed source told the newspaper on Sunday that the traditional ruler's body was found on the roadside by Mbutu, a community in Ambom Bising local government area of the state. This is fear everywhere. Villagers are afraid because the traditional ruler was taken from his home on Saturday morning, only for his body to be found on the same Saturday. This is referring, the source said, and who will it be that will not be afraid? If it was you, if you were in their shoes, won't you be afraid? If the traditional ruler of that particular community was adopted from his own palace, from his particular palace, where in a palace you have guards guiding the palace and people who are there to guide everywhere. If he can be adopted in his own palace, and what about people who don't even live in the palace, who live in their various homes that doesn't have people guiding them? And it should be more easy for them to be adopted, and that's why everybody is panicking and in fear. Yes, they should be in fear, because if the traditional ruler can be adopted, who are they not for them not to be adopted and killed as the traditional ruler was killed? And then they said fear is everywhere. Villagers are afraid because the traditional ruler was taken from his home on Saturday morning, only for his body to be found on the same Saturday. This is horrifying, the source said. The police spokesperson in the state, Henry Okoye, he confirmed the killing of the traditional ruler according to Punch newspaper. Mr. Okoye, the assistant superintendent of the police, assured the police would track down the killers. Yes, that is what we always get. We will track down these killers, and yes, these killers are doing more and more. Okay, let's use this Long Panther cattle market as an instance of the way things have been happening there. And this particular market has been getting reports of any time kidnapping case happens, and they get report that this is the particular market, that's where their victims are being brought. And anytime they ask for ransom, and this particular market is where that ransom is being submitted. And now this government is getting into it. And now they say this particular market is always open till midnight, and now they have looked into it and demolished some part of the market, some of those places, and they said they recovered some dead bodies, a lot of dead bodies, both both the ones that have been eaten out by maggots and all that. So now they're saying that this particular market won't be selling. And let it not be like the government is trying to close a market that's been there for quite a long time, and now they only gave an order that this particular market will only be selling morning and evening as every other market, no more midnight market. And they said that the people that caused this thing and they made things really out of hand is because market women, the market leaders and the market women leaders, they never complained. And when all these things started, never laid any complaint to anybody concerning the issue. So whatever they see, they should get. And now, but aside from that, they said that this particular man was adapted from his palace. So everybody in the village is fed, and he's a traditional ruler in a Tolu community in Ezinitem Bife local government area. And this particular thing is happened at Ezinitem Bife. So everybody in Ezinitem Bife, Otolo community in particular, are afraid, and they are no longer safe in their hometown. It's very bad that you're in your own home, you're in your hometown, and you are no longer safe. And I don't know why the chief defense staff is not saying this kind of thing about the insecurity everywhere. And now he's saying that it's Simon Ekpa that is sabotaging his efforts. That is his word. He said Simon Ekpa is frustrating their efforts in Southeast. He's the one causing the insecurity, that is making things not really going well with them in handling the insecurity in the country in Southeast. Okay, now this particular village needs security. I believe so, and they have people who will go there. And then they said that the IPOB is leading agitation for an independent state of Biafra, which it won't cage out from the Southeast and some part of South Nigeria. The Nigerian government has accused indigenous people of being responsible for the deadly attack in the region, but the group has repeatedly denied any involvement in this attack. Yes, and IPOB has denied any involvement in all these attacks because, and they told them that all these criminals will do everything they want, they'll do it, and then come and hide under Biafra agitation. They should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what Imapo has specified. If they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it will be able for them to help in identifying and catching all these criminals who come and do their crimes and hide under Biafra agitation. And wonderful people, you guys have heard it all, and we are going to cut it here for now. But give me a first time and wait to listen to this wonderful channel. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, and that one is very important. So anytime we get latest news updates, you'll be the one to be notified. You'll be the first person to be notified. And thank you.